The brothers were forced to testify against each other. William is taking legal action against Harry and Meghan as the couple must prove their claims. Hello and a very warm welcome to Princess Diana News. After 2 years of interviews, we revealed a lot of information, but most of it wasn't. Harry and Meghan are now starting to feel the legal ramifications of the week. A judge in the US decided to strike down Meghan's desperate final attempt to avoid facing a deposition, and this is all part of a defamation and grievous falsehood case brought against her by her estranged older half-sister. The older half-sister Meghan made demons false and malicious statements to a worldwide audience of roughly 50 million people in 17 countries during Meghan's famous 2021 interview with Meghan and Prince Harry are now going to face some questioning from Samantha's lawyers, and they will be under oath. Her legal team has implied that they're probably going to be asking about whether or not Meghan lied about her upbringing to promote a rag-to-royalty fairy tale, which is going to force her to take back the inference that members of the royal family are racist, and it's a case that apparently Harry's older brother Prince William will be watching with keen interest, according to a royal insider. New Idea magazine has reported that William was furious after Meghan tried to say that some mysterious person among the senior royals made concerning comments over what her future child's skin color might turn out to be, while Meghan and Harry added that the comments were not made by the late Prince Philip or the late Queen Elizabeth. The accusations were still left hanging like a dark cloud over the heads of the rest of the family. A source claims at the time William was close to launching legal action, Harry and Meghan basically asked the world who the royal racist was, which was very damaging. But Queen Tal since the Queen's death last September. Now there is no one to stop William, which could lead to the two brothers facing off in court. Insiders suspect that Harry knows this, given that he has achieved a very impressive feat. He made these claims during an interview while he was promoting his books, a Bear source said. One has to wonder if Harry's team suspects William of having an affair, and whether Harry thinks it's best to change the agreement, especially when it comes to the Sam Markle case. Do you think William will follow up on any testimony because he's still mad at Harry? But apparently courtiers are divided on whether going to court is the best option, as no one wants to see these once close brothers fight in court. Of course, that's the problem. Does anyone really believe Meghan will try to settle the lawsuit with her stepsisters, or is it more likely that Meghan is going to go in front of a judge and say, "Oh, I just don't remember"? A source has reported that Meg lawyers are doing everything in their power to have the case thrown out. Apparently it doesn't really matter if Meghan cannot remember, though all of that has been on television, it has been in emails and the other court case too that she has lied. I don't think Meghan wants anybody giving statements about her, and apparently this new judge is black and it seems like she is not going to put up with any nonsense so February is going to be another big day in court. The Law and Discovery will decide if the case is going to move forward, and apparently Meghan and Harry are asking for capitalization from Charles, so that means after a deal is reached, they want the royals to surrender. I really hope Samantha wins her case in court. She has the support of some people, some powerful people, and Meghan really needs to be ousted once and for all now. Of course, Samantha isn't the only driver of the lawsuit. I think she has some very, very powerful people in her ranks, and I wonder if the royal family can also silently support Meghan based on Meghan's past. I think she'll use her legal team to first try to discredit the nature and motives of her stepsister's case, and then, she'll settle the case and she'll do her best. I think Samantha was very intelligent because she sued for at least $75,000, which represents that even at a minimum they are not in it for the money. According to Samantha, the driving force behind this lawsuit is to restore her honor and the good name of their dear father too, and I find her entirely credible. I don't think Samantha is going to agree to settle for any amount whatsoever because she views her honor and that of her family as being more valuable than any amount of money. So basically priceless. So folks, it looks like this really is a case of good versus bad, a case of people who will do anything just to make a quick buck who don't have souls, and they're facing off against a hard-working, honest, intelligent woman who has made a decent even though she has a degenerative disabling disease. Now we must all take sides in this war because it is a proxy war on morals and character. And of course the last event was in the UK, but it was more of a political maneuver with the royal family in the background. Of course, Meghan came up with all kinds of excuses like, "Oh, I'm so forgetful. I was pregnant." Look, I don't think Meghan would have been questioned by the lawyers and the courts would have been taken away from her. She won some money and she also won an apology on the front page. It looked to me like the judge gave her whatever she wanted, but things might not be so easy for her in the US. See, the judge in the US has no connection whatsoever to the UK, and it sounds like he is not impressed by Meghan's lawyers. He is allowing the case to proceed, and personally I think this judge is not worried about anything having to do with the royals, and that in this situation is a huge advantage. Currently, it doesn't really look like Meghan has a way to back. Oh, sister is wanting her day in court. I think she was sick of all these lies Meghan was telling about the family. She wanted it to finally end, and people were also contributing money to this case, says Meghan and Samantha are both US citizens. It makes sense to consider a settlement in the US, and the two sides must now agree on a settlement. Not just on the one hand, I think his sister wants her day to be judged. I'm still not sure if Meghan and Harry are having an actual wedding. I think it's just a cover to make Meghan more famous. Let's see the narcissistic qualities of the two. I especially want to say hello. They planned to use their relationship with the royal family as they wished. Since Meghan quit acting. Or maybe it was written from a script. She was left alone, and of course Harry needed a replacement for his dead mother. So Meghan convinced him that she was Diana reincarnated and got what she wanted from him. You see, she understands because she is married to a prince. She got a lot from him, fame, money and everything, and soon the problem started. They got married and Meghan thanked Terry for marrying her because she really believed she was a duchess. The star of this story. That's how she sees their marriage. She believes she will be the master owner of everything around her, and no one will tell her. No, she was used to having all her wishes met and fulfilled immediately, and in the meantime Meghan created a very hostile work environment. Those poor employees. There were so many victims and they didn't get compensation either. And Harry helped her because he wanted to be a loving husband. Meghan was horrible to those poor employees. She really wore them out. She was physically and emotionally abused, and some suffered serious injuries afterwards. See, Meghan's claim is superior and everyone thinks she's on the bottom. He really believes that he has the upper hand. And then, of course, they moved to California, which Meghan believed because Meghan was a valuable actress in Hollywood. Because of her connection to the royal family, she thought everyone wanted her to star in their movies. Meghan really believed that people were breaking down her door to make her do it for her, and she just wanted to work with the audience. This, of course, was the most important condition he had to fulfill. And I suspect she had other desires as well. He even mentioned James Bond, but of course it's all Meghan's idea. She lives in a fantasy world, but acting certainly isn't Meghan's only thing on the mind. She also wants to avenge her ex-husband. He is a producer. When her husband meets her producer ex-husband, she wants to sow the seeds of chaos and chaos. Her expectations are so unrealistic that her ex-husband actually wants to work with her, which obviously irritates Harry. But his purpose was to provoke a fight between the two. Of course, none of this happened. Only in his mind. In realita, none of this exists. I think it's a smart move for Meghan. She wanted her ex-husband and her current husband to fight, and Harry went to all the meetings with his wife. Of course, she thought he would fight her battles, defend her honor, and worship her because she thought she was such a goddess. He gave him whatever he wanted. Finally, he took his mother by his side. As the reincarnation of his mother who could approve of his behavior, he did what he was told and his wife approved of it. It's no surprise, then, that the royal family wants nothing to do with them or you. What do you think of Meghan and Harry? Let us know your thoughts in the general section below, and we can also discuss the couple with the royal family. If you find my video useful, please don't forget to like and share it with your friends and family who like it, and subscribe to Princess Diana's news channel now for more news from our team. Thank you so much for watching, have a nice week and see you in the next videos.